So first things first, we're going to switch out this incredibly aggressive saddle for something that is a little bit more comfortable. Because if you imagine over 130 odd miles or more, imagine the amount of times that your legs are going to be, your arse is going to be rubbing on this on this blade. And yeah, especially with all the salt and sweat in a hot country, you know, it's just not good. You're gonna have sliced your arse cheek in half by the time we finish the ride, and there's no way I want to get out the next day if my bum is split in 4. So we're switching out for a Fabric saddle. Fabric is the brand. So next we're adding TT bars. The whole idea, the design behind these modifications that I'm making to this bike are so that I minimise fatigue. Everything I'm doing is to minimise fatigue so that day after day I can do some of the longest rides of my life and feel comfortable doing them. So the idea of the TT bars is to have as many positions for my hands and arms as possible, so that you don't get, your wrists don't get fatigued. For the longest rides of your life, for bike packing, for touring, you want TT bars. And this is the 1140. Need to get my chain whipped. Easy done. So it's really easy just to remove the derailleur and stick the road link, which is this little fella. I'm going to stick this little fella in between here, and it's going to extend the derailleur down. And it's really easy to fit. You just unscrew this, screw this back on in its place, and then screw this back into this hole here, and that's it. Road link's fitted. It literally just screws in there, and all it does is just extend the whole derailleur up a bit. That big, come on, big. 3440 on a 105 GS derailleur with a road link. And that's all I've done. I haven't done any other kind of anything. I haven't fiddled with the gear cabling, I haven't fiddled with any of the positioning of anything other than the road link. I've just switched the cassette from 1132 to 1140 and it works fine. So there she is, the bike tourer, the bike packer, transformed from the Strava Every Second Counts bike. It took longer than 10 minutes only because of this 1140. I had to re-index it. I don't know why, because before I did a test back in England and it just, I could switch the 1132 to the 1140 without having to re-index, but this time I did, but whatever. It's important to have your gears shifting smoothly. So let's take you through it. I got first was the saddle, nice comfy saddle now instead of that blade that was the carbon saddle. We've got the saddlebag, which will have some structure to it once I've actually put something in it. And we've got the rear light on the saddlebag. And then we've got the 2 bottles. One's gonna have water in and one's gonna have sugar water in. Got the frame bag, that'll have some solid food that I can eat, more fuel. That's like a fuel tank. And then we got the electricals bag on the top tube. This is gonna have my phone in it for navigation and a spare battery, things like that. And we've got TT bars, so that I've got lots of different contact point, different arm positions for my wrists so that they don't get fatigued. The biggest thing I found when I've been on long rides before is just, the road vibrations into my wrists. That's something that really, fatigues you, gets into your head when you've got pain in your wrists. So the TT bars should allow me to avoid that this time. Then we've got the front light, lots of lumens so that we can be seen. I can either have that on the top, or I could switch this and rotate it around so that it's pointing underneath here. So yeah, very simple modifications that mean I'm gonna be able to have the adventure of my life day after day after day, because I'm minimizing fatigue by having enough fuel, by creating comfy contact points, and by having an 1140, the right gearing, that means I'm going to be able to spin all day long, and I'm not going to be straining my legs more than I need to. So yeah, let me know down below if you've got any questions about it, or you think I could improve on this setup. Thanks for watching, I'll see you in the next one. Well, the review of the setup in general is a thumbs up. The TT bars were really good, gave me the position I wanted so that I could give my wrists a rest. The storage was just about enough, fuel, and yeah, the lights worked well. Yeah, all in all really good. The only thing I would say is that the top tube bag is a little bit too wide, so when you're out of the saddle climbing up 1 in 3 gradients, with having this rub against your knees is just a pain in the arse, or it's a pain in the knees. So I would get a top tube bag, like maybe with the Topeak one, because to be honest, I don't think I really need the screen. Not here for Chiang Mai anyway. Maybe back in England I'd use the screen, have my iPhone mounted in here, but not for this particular ride. But yeah, really good, and the 40 cassette was perfect. I wouldn't have been able to do it without you. Awesome, one awesome ride. There's no way I'll be able to get to have adventures like I just had with Remy if we both didn't have 40 cassettes. Awesome. Time to go and eat. Remy's just gonna get some fruit juice and a Sprite. I cannot tell you how good this Sprite is going to taste. It's going to be the Sprite of my life. Oh my god. I am done. I'm done. Until tomorrow.